G'day and welcome back all you mad dogs. We appreciate you watching these videos. If you did watch our last video, you'll remember we were at Heartbreak Hotel. So from Heartbreak we spent the night, left in the morning heading north towards Catherine to try and get ourselves a buffalo. Our first stop into the journey was at the iconic Daily Waters. We had a look here, it was pretty cool. Most of the stuff in here, very touristy, but very good.
Yeah, that's my philosophy.
Now this place was very interesting, plenty to see. It literally nearly had three of everything. Didn't see many dingoes getting around, but I'm sure late at night at the bar you'll see plenty of them. Anyway, we're going to keep heading north towards Catherine and get through to this cattle station hopefully this afternoon and set up camp for the night. We're going to cross a series of small creeks here, and this is all part of the Roper River system. This is before the Roper Bar, but this is all part of the Roper River. Now we're not going to beat around the bush on this one. You are going to see blood in this one. You're going to see a beast get butchered, so if you're not into that sort of thing, maybe turn back now. It's nothing disgusting, but it's definitely in the video up ahead, so there's your caution. Now in this episode we're going to try and get ourselves a buffalo. We're going to go and visit Better Springs, and we're going to camp at Rona Springs on the way home and a few other places along the way. Okay, so for you guys who don't know, the Roper River system actually starts up in the bottom of Arnhem Land, and that's where the headwaters actually come from. Originates from up there and south. In the meantime, sit back, kick back, see what we got coming up. Alright, we're out here. I'm going to try and get a buffalo. Teed up with our station owner, which you won't mention the station, but very good of him to offer us out here to get a buffalo. Beautiful spot, we're on the Roper River. Let's see our camp set up. Don't worry about the boat, we'll just drop the boats off. Obviously we're running hot coming back from King Ash Bay. Shower, tent, swags. Get a freezer in the back of the ute. And we get a buffalo and cut her up, chuck her in there. That's pretty well it. That's where we're at. Let's camp set up, and what do you reckon, Beck?
Yeah, I'm pretty keen for a swim. In the billabong.
What about the buffalo?
Pretty keen to get a buffalo, a bit nervous.
What do you reckon?
Good.
What do you reckon, Sione?
Pretty good.
At the campsite, what do you reckon, Sione?
Very good. Gotta go fishing.
See if we can get a barra. What do you reckon?
Good.
What do you reckon?
Ah, good. Yeah, it's good.
First sharpen on the net.
Beautiful, isn't he?
Crab pot net. Opera house net. We'll tip the tail probably 4 inches.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to shine it in Doug's.
Yeah, I got one like that before. He died before I got him home though.
Look at the size of that. Cherubin. Oh, yeah, holy shit! You're holding the dog or not?
I was trying to.
Got him?
Yeah.
It's a big sherpin. Now the Roper River is extremely populated with crocs. So in the morning we did go for a swim, but we were very cautious where we went, very shallow. Still wouldn't recommend swimming there, but can't say many people would say they've swam in the Roper River. So we kicked back here for a couple of hours, had some beers, some nibblies, a bit of a platter, a bit of a swim and a bit of a play. We hadn't been back at camp long where little Biffo boy, little pup, caught himself a freshwater barra, 61 centimetres, but we threw him back.
Chair button there, bud.
Munger and a fresh. We're going to throw him back though.
Yeah, all good.
It's all about filling the freezer and respecting the kill. I'm never out just to shoot anything just for the sake of it, and I never shoot an animal just to leave the meat behind. The whole reason for the trip up to the Roper River, and the main reason that Dad lugged a heavy-duty freezer all the way to the Northern Territory, was purely to get meat for us to take back home. We take the taking of a life very seriously, and for us that respect means that we ensure nothing goes to waste, and doing the work to process the entire animal and doing it properly.
So we actually pulled up on this bit of a swamp here. Looked really good for buffalo. Didn't actually see any at this point in time, but we did see one not long after this, not far from here, but this looked like really good territory where you would find one. Now the bull you see in this video here, he's actually got a horn that's missing. Very hard to see. I've had to zoom in because he was quite a distance away, but he's actually got one horn that's snapped off. But a very interesting animal, and we saw him not far from this swamp. We left him be because we were chasing meat, not a big bull. Now we drove for a fair distance after this and we saw a couple from quite a way away, but none of them were small enough for us to shoot what we were chasing, and we were running out of time, so we pretty well had a chance and we took it on this one. Now the missus dropped this thing, a couple of shots to the head, he went down, so I went over and just made sure he was put down before we got to work on him.
Ideally, if you're hunting specifically for table meat, word has it that a good rule of thumb to go by for buffalo is you look for horns running under 400 mil a side. As a buffalo gets bigger and older, the meat gets tougher. This buffalo that we got was definitely larger than I originally had in mind, but it was our last day and time was running out. We needed enough time to hang the meat overnight and a buffer to process all the cuts properly first thing the next morning before we hit the road. So I took the shot. Every single usable piece of meat was processed and packed into the freezer. And since the rack was actually half decent, I've kept that as well. I plan to mount it on a piece of timber when I'm back home to remember the hunt and the journey north.
So we've got the beast hung, quartered, in meat bags to keep the flies off it. We're going to get this back to camp, get it hung up for the night so we can process it in the morning, wait for the meat to set overnight in the cool breeze, get amongst it in the morning. Just as we wheeled back into camp, little pup, Biffo, caught himself this dingo. It's called a Saratoga as the sun was setting. Rightio, we're up in the morning, it's about 6 to 6:30. We've got to get up, get the meat processed, get it in the freezer and get on the road. It's Thursday morning, we've got to get back to work before Monday. Now it seemed that the meat set really well overnight perfectly set. It was probably around 12 degrees during the night, 13 degrees maybe, but it was good to go in the morning for cutting up. You probably couldn't see this earlier on, but when we shot this buffalo, I actually had a set of digital scales to weigh this thing. It came in at about 370 kilos or 75 kilos live weight. By the time we dressed it, head off, guts out, I do believe we ended up with about 180 kilos worth of meat.
Well, cut up, and hit the road, try and get the freeways, doing the last of the meat now, in the bags. Back to Queensland, what do you reckon, old son?
OG.
Yeah boy, it's about 10:30, 11 I think. It's starting to warm up here, so start kicking back.
So we left the cattle station, we headed into Mataranka and thought we'd check out Bitter Springs, which we've heard a fair bit about. Beautiful little spot. It's just north of Mataranka, like, I don't know, not even a kilometre out of Mataranka, you turn right, head north. Beautiful little spot, very touristy. I actually slipped in here, the steps are very slippery. Mrs. just told me how slippery it was, and then I went bundy up, straight down, busted my leg up. Good times. Water temperature here was absolutely beautiful. It was good to actually get in some water after we'd cut the buffalo up. Obviously we were clean, but it was good to have a swim. Beautiful temperature, beautiful. So it's probably 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to make a mad dash through to Renner Springs for the night before the bar closes, so we can get ourselves a hot counter meal, nice hot shower. We stayed in the caravan park here. It was pretty tidy, pretty neat. Showers were extremely well presented, clean, hot. Meals were pretty good. Good little spot. Recommend staying there if you need to stop in and have a sleep. Check out the length of the sawfish bill. That's a big sorter. They're actually illegal to keep these days. If you catch one, they're illegal to keep, but there's plenty getting around. That's very impressive, that one. Anyway, we got to make tracks first thing in the morning. We're punching straight through to get home. This is 3 ways just here. Popped in there for a quick brew, couple of yarns, kept bouncing. The next night we stayed just outside Mount Isa between there and Cloncurry, about 60 k's. Fountain Springs I think it was called. Quick stopover, quick feed, got up in the morning, shot home the next day. There was toilets and fresh water here, no shower. It's now Sunday afternoon and we've just pulled in the driveway. I'm going to unload this ute, try and get some sleep, say good day to the dogs, and back to work Monday morning. Back to the grind, old son. We really appreciate everyone who's watched this video, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did on our trip and enjoyed making it. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.